Hello everybody, welcome back to Rich's Revolution, and this video is centered around when you reach level 80, you'll more than likely face against a very difficult boss. Some people may find it difficult, other people may not, but I personally think that it is a very difficult boss, especially if you don't get certain things right. And yes, today, the topic of discussion and what we're going to go over is Laufey. The location of Midgardia, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of bosses to defeat, a hell of a lot when it comes to Most Wanted. But your epic missions are the forefront of what you've got to do. And let's face it, when you do the last one, or the second to last one, facing off against that Laufey is the biggest test of your wit, your cunning, your strategy, and your ability to play. Now, what I decided to do prior to doing that particular mission is I did fail it once, and that's important because I need to show you how I failed and also what I put right. Just to kind of say what I put right with this was I went out and I kind of upgraded my Omega cards. I upgraded a few stats on things and allowed me as well to do some Blitz and get some badges, and it meant that when I came back I was a little bit stronger and was able to withstand a lot more of the barrage. But it's all about your movements. It's also watching Laufey that's going to be important for you not to get hit, and when important to hit. So let's roll some footage. So first of all, one of the big mistakes, and this is the mistake side of things, the mistake portion, is getting too close and knowing when to throw ultimates. I'm using Doctor Strange, but the premise will be there will be certain moments here where it may not be a good idea to do your ultimate and stay right in front of Laufey. And a lot of times you're then having to do HP recovery by scouring away like a coward because, well, hey, look, you've got to keep yourself alive. The best thing here is when the character Laufey is doing the swings, 1, 2, 3 and down, is then to approach him, get close to him, do at least like 1, maybe 2 attacks depending on the pace of things, so you're doing some damage and then cowering away. This is an incredibly slow process, but as I always say, if it's stupid, or people consider it to be stupid, and it works, it isn't stupid. In any case, mistakes. Yes, the mistakes were getting too close at certain times. There he's doing the jumping thing, I'm getting myself cold, I'm getting myself close to freezing, it isn't good. Cowering away is a good option. When you get him down to the ×3, he changes what he does. He does the stamping thing, and then he does a big kind of like wave of cold. So that is something to watch out for. That there wave of cold, and also he does drop some kind of icicles to the floor, which he's doing right there. But he still does that, which is that swing, swing, and down. Again, this is the mistake run. The mistake run was me getting too close for comfort. I was just like, oh, I can't stand this. This is going on forever. I think in the way that I did it before, it was like a 20-minute there. And again, like that, I kind of like didn't evade out. And now I'm down for the count. I'm being all kind of frozen, which is not going to help me. My guard is broken, which is giving me, like, that's, again, just like, it's a litany of errors. And this is the thing, you know, doing it once is doing it once. And doing it once and making a mistake. So I can make this video and showcase the mistakes. Swing, swing, and down. Like in those moments, getting around the side of him and kind of like, and this is the early workings of me coming up with a theory of like how to do this. That was kind of like put into better practice. Now going into a chilled area, Rich, what were you thinking? You silly fool. And there, I didn't evade out, I didn't dodge out, so therefore now I'm frozen and I'm down on the ground. I'm not getting up. As soon as I get up, gone. And I was knocked out, and it was not good. So now let's have a look at doing it right. And this is the thing with this. This is going to be a slower process, but hopefully this time it works. Because that's really the thing, isn't it? You've got to, as best you can, try and get this done by any means necessary. So for me, it's not taking risks. This time, it was a case of doing some hits, backing off. There, not good. I wanted to do my duplicate, my creating a clone of my Doctor Strange, which is part of my skill, but also do my favourite attack, which you'll see. That attack there, I can't remember what skill it is off the top of my head, but it's a very good kind of like burst hit, and finding those burst skills, or burst attacks, whatever you want to kind of refer them to, they're skills, so let's say they're skills. So that burst skill that you can fire off is quick, and then I can then evade away. So again, we kind of like watch out. We go through the cutscenes, these kind of very eloquent and nice cutscenes. Now what I've tried to do is speed up the fight because I wanted to make sure that, you know, we see this, but also see it in kind of a more of a quicker time frame. So a lot of the stuff when it comes to those yellow things, you probably know by level 80, like those things. give you the indication something's coming towards you and you can dodge out of it. And what I'm again doing is the same thing as I did before, is watching the enemy, like making sure, I don't know why Thor's on your team and becomes worthy during this fight, because he's rubbish, he doesn't really do anything. And I'm just following the same process. I'm waiting for that kind of 1 swing, 2 swing, 3 swing, and then down. And whilst he's kind of in that motion, he's kind of locked in it, so I can then come back and fight. So creating that distance so I'm not getting hit, and there we go, another opportunity to come in and fight. And I'm not taking any risks, because I did take risks with the first fight and it just did not pan out. So better to be safe than sorry. A little bit of guard break there, but the difference is with the last time, I've created distance. Laufey hasn't come over to me to wipe me out. So that's the thing, isn't it? Creating distance, knowing when the opportunity is. And you can find that with most heroes. I think with like Black Widow, for example, you're just going to have to watch out for that swing, come in, fight. I took a bit of a risk there, didn't want to come in at that time, get away from the cold field, and just timing right. Again, fine there because I was creating distance and Laufey was not close to me. Again, that's the thing, is creating distance and knowing when it's acceptable to go in so you don't get smacked to an inch of your life. You know, you've got to... As I said before, if people say it's stupid, but it works, then it's not stupid. And whatever works for you is important at the end of the day. I'm also not taking any risks with any ultimates. So I got my ultimate there, and I'm like, not a good time. It's only right into the end, and we've brought this down to a normal pace right here. That he's on just like a slither of health, and we're going I'm going in for the ultimate now because I'm like, screw it. I've already got 1 instant revival to use, which last time I used all my instant revivals. So I'm like, yes, get in. I did this with no instant revivals after learning my lessons very swiftly and early on in that fight. So this was great. This is the end cutscene as well. And this is the most work Thor did in that entire fight. I'd love to see any kind of breakdown of like numbers, because I tell you what, Thor, who just all of a sudden just like found his strength, found his worthiness, and then all of a sudden was like, hey, I've got Mjolnir now, because he was using Yamborn before. He was kind of bad. By the way, Thor's not in this game yet, but I really hope that he comes in at a later date, because he is going to be so amazing. But yeah, this was the ending cutscene, and I just thought it'd be nice to kind of end the video just kind of showcasing this. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little kind of breakdown in any case, because I enjoy kind of like looking at the inner workings of this and finding a really kind of easier method to deal with the situation of that. I'm not sure what the future holds for this, as at the point of recording this video, which is on the 16th of July, I am at level 82, and I'm hopefully going to be up to level 90 very soon. But I'm enjoying doing blitzes in order to get myself some badges. I'm also enjoying very many other kind of bits of content grind, but I need to upgrade my squad. That can only be achieved by grabbing yourself some more heroes, leveling them up, improving your squad level as is. But yeah, lots of things to look over in the future. And this has been such a joy playing this game. It does give me the World of Warcraft vibes that I wanted, and that Marvel Heroes game that we all sorely miss. But yeah, it's been a really cool little breakdown. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure as well, everybody, you lovely people out there, to catch some other Marvel Future Revolution content here on Rich's Revolution. And I'll see you all very soon. Much love. Bye-bye.